Regulation of internal environment. Objectives. At the end of this lesson, you should be able to know the following. 1. Homeostasis. Definition and factors. 2. Structures of homeostasis. Multicellular organisms. 3. The kidney. Structure and functions. 4. Kidney diseases. Effects and remedies. Homeostasis. Homeostasis refers to the process by which organisms maintain a relatively stable internal environment. The internal environment comprises body fluids such as blood, lymph, and tissue fluid. In order for body cells to function optimally and for healthy growth, living organisms must be able to adapt to changes in the physical and chemical conditions of their body fluids. These conditions include temperature, pH, osmotic pressure, concentrations of dissolved substances, and mineral ions. Mechanism of homeostasis. Homeostatic processes involve control mechanisms that detect and respond to changes in the organism's internal environment. These mechanisms typically include A. Sensory detectors that recognize changes in specific conditions and stimulate the relevant body parts. B. Effector organs or glands that react and restore the normal state. Structures involved in homeostasis. In unicellular organisms, osmoregulation, homeostasis, is ensured by the use of a contractile vacuole. In multicellular organisms, various organs contribute to homeostasis, including the kidney, liver, skin, ductless glands, hormones, and the brain, which has overall control of the homeostatic process in the body. Structure of the kidney. The mammalian kidney is a reddish-brown, bean-shaped organ located in the posterior end of the abdomen. The right kidney is slightly lower than the left. On cutting a kidney longitudinally, two distinct regions are observed: an outer cortex and an inner medulla. Narrow tubules called urinary tubules, nephrins, pass through these two regions. The tubules open at the tips of triangular-shaped masses of tissues called pyramids, which in turn open into a funnel-shaped cavity called the pelvis. The kidney has many tiny capillaries, which are branches of the renal artery and renal vein. The pelvis continues as the ureter, a long narrow tube connecting the kidney to the urinary bladder. Functions of the kidney. The kidney serves as the chief osmoregulator and excretory organ in mammals, performing the following functions. A. Removal of toxic wastes and harmful substances. B. Production of heat during cold conditions. C. Excretion of nitrogenous wastes like urea. D. Regulation of water levels in the body. E. Assistance in regulating the body's pH. F. Maintenance of salt or ion balance in the body. The first three functions are related to excretion, while the last three are osmoregulatory functions of the kidney. Kidney as an osmoregulator. The kidney acts as an osmoregulator by maintaining the water, salt, and pH balance of the blood, primarily in the distal tubules, and collecting ducts of the urinary tubules. 1. Water balance. When the body is dehydrated, the osmotic pressure of the blood increases. Osmoreceptors in the hypothalamus detect these changes and stimulate the pituitary gland to secrete more antidiuretic hormone, AD. AD makes the walls of the urinary tubules more permeable, leading to increased water absorption into the blood. This results in less water being lost from the body, and concentrated urine is produced. When the body is hydrated, the osmotic pressure of the blood is lowered, resulting in the secretion of less AD. Consequently, the walls of the kidney become less permeable, and more water is lost from the body as dilute urine. 2. Control of blood sodium ions and pH level. The concentration of sodium ions in the blood is regulated by excreting the excess or reabsorbing more, which is controlled by the hormone aldosterone. The blood pH of 7.4 is maintained by excreting hydrogen ions, when the pH becomes acidic, and excreting hydrogen carbonate ions, when it becomes alkaline. Kidney diseases, effects, and remedies. Kidney diseases. 1. Nephritis. Inflammation of the blood vessels, glomeruli, in Bowman's capsule of the nephron caused by bacteria, Streptococcus. This inflammation leads to increased permeability of the blood vessels, resulting in the leakage of useful materials from the blood into the glomerular filtrate. Inflamed blood vessels can also become blocked, leading to kidney failure. 2. Diuresis, a condition where large quantities of dilute urine are produced, because the cells of the kidney tubules are not reabsorbing water from the glomerular filtrate. Diuresis is common in patients suffering from diabetes insipidus. 3. Kidney stones. Stony masses of minerals and organic matter formed in the urinary tubules. Low water intake combined with high salt intake predisposes individuals to this disease, causing the crystallization of mineral salts and obstructing the free flow of urine. 4. Dropsy, edema, a disease condition in which the cells of Bowman's capsule are unable to absorb water from the blood in the urinary tubules. This causes water retention in the blood or tissues, resulting in swelling of certain body parts. Effects of kidney diseases. A. Presence of proteins and blood cells in urine, nephritis. B. Swollen face and ankles, constant weakness, and sluggishness, edema. C. Excessive urination leading to weight loss, diuresis. D. Abdominal pain, high blood pressure, and bloody urine, kidney stones. E. General body pains and fever, any renal disease. F. High blood pressure, dizziness, and fatigue. Remedies. A. Use of drugs such as antibiotics, nephritis, and diuretics, edema. B. Kidney transplant, diuresis, nephritis. C. Dialysis. Utilizing a dialysis machine, artificial kidney, to filter waste out of the patient's blood, nephritis. D. Reduction in water intake, edema. E. Increasing water intake and avoiding excessive consumption of calcium-rich foods, kidney stones. F. Surgical operation called nephrectomy, kidney stones. In conclusion, 1. Homeostasis is the process of maintaining a relatively stable internal environment in an organism. 4 factors of homeostasis include temperature, pH, osmotic pressure, and concentrations of dissolved substances and mineral ions. 2. 4 structures involved in homeostasis in multicellular animals are the kidney, liver, skin, and ductless glands. Hormones. 3. 5 functions of the mammalian kidney are removal of toxic wastes, production of heat, excretion of nitrogenous wastes, regulation of water levels, and assistance in pH regulation. 4. The kidney acts as an osmoregulator by maintaining water, salt, and pH balance in the blood. 5. 4 kidney diseases are nephritis, diuresis, kidney stones, and dropsy. Nephritis is the inflammation of glomeruli, and diuresis is the production of large quantities of dilute urine. 6. 4 effects of kidney diseases are the presence of proteins and blood cells in urine, swollen face and ankles,